Welcome, everybody. Another edition of the Oldish TV. That must mean it's Wednesday. My bangs are getting longer by the minute. Oh, well, what are you going to do? I hope you're all having a good week. I hope you've been well. I hope that those of you who have joined us before are enjoying all of the content that we're providing. For those of you who have not been with us before, welcome, and I hope that you'll enjoy it. Today, we're going to talk about some education resources that are available online. I've been doing some education throughout this time. I mean, what else are you going to do, right? Inside all the time. But I also have a warning to bring you from another piece of education that came to me. So, first, let's tackle the education resources online. Now, some of these I shared when I was doing the daily visits with everybody in the early days. The early days, that sounds like it was years ago. It wasn't. It's only a couple months ago, not 3 months ago, when the COVID lockdowns and self isolation started. I was doing daily online lives for a while, but they didn't reach as many people just because of the Facebook algorithms. So I want to share some of these resources with you because there is so much out there that is free. And one of the really amazing things about that is that it gets your mind working. And it also, depending on the course and how it's delivered, gives you some socialization, which is so important. Both of those things together are really important. So, welcome to those of us who, or to those of you rather, who have joined. I see people clicking in here. So, let me take you to some websites and show you some of the free resources that are available, some of the great material you can get online. So, I'll share my screen with you. There we go. Coursera is one that I have found, and they have all kinds of courses that are free. Financial markets, psychology, psychological first aid, that's something that's probably important in this day and age. Fashion, management, art, food and health. A lot of really, really cool courses that you can take that are free. Seeing through photographs. I love this stuff. This is really great. Indigenous Canada, that's probably a good course. I went to Trent University, which had a lot of Indigenous courses that were really interesting. So that is that one. Now, here's another website that has courses from Harvard, Berkeley, Boston University, and you can look through all of these and just decide languages. You can learn languages, humanities, business management, you know, browse online courses, a lot of free stuff that you can take. Now, this is a course that I found that I thought was really pretty interesting. Online work strategies. So, for those of you who have your own business or work from home, this is probably a really interesting course. And they're actually saying in their description here, as a result of COVID-19, millions of us are adapting to working from home. We may have lost our jobs or are looking for ways to reinvent our businesses to meet social distancing requirements. So, this course is designed for individuals who are operating small to medium organizations. That just sounds so perfect. So, 1 week, 2 to 3 hours of instruction. Doesn't that sound good? That sounds like something a lot of people can do. Now, here's another one, free courses at Harvard. Look at all this stuff, and free, free, free. The price is free. 12 weeks long, gaming development, computer science, financial stewardship. That's kind of an interesting idea as well. Arts courses, humanities. Look at this. Buddhism, religion. You can study all kinds of things. There are pages and pages and pages. So that is Harvard University, online-learning.harvard.edu, the catalog of free courses. And see here you can sort the courses by free and paid. So if you want to take a paid course, you can, But if you only want them to show you the free courses, that's how you do it. Now, while we have been away, social distancing, I've been doing some online courses myself. I just finished a certification last week. I have another one starting June 2nd that I'm doing, and this is work related. This stuff is all going to eventually find its way online to you through me, one way or another. Let me show you the one I just did. This is the certification that I just did. It's called CLIP, Certified Living in Place Professional, is the certification I got last week. So this lets me assemble an interprofessional team, essentially, to go to your home or any home and do an assessment based on your needs, your health and wellness. So we talked about all kinds of really interesting stuff. Um, what kitchen should look like, what the entry to a house should look like. For a lot of us who have challenges, just getting into a house can be a challenge, never mind navigating around the house and functioning within the house. Bathrooms are another really troubling trial that many of us have to deal with once we have issues around range of motion, or if we're using any walking devices like walkers or perhaps wheelchairs. But it's not only for older adults. These modifications are available, and they are for anyone. They make any home environment easier to live in. So let me show you the one I'm about to take. This is a little bit more in depth, and it is through the University of Southern California, their Leonard Davis School of Gerontology, and it's an executive certificate in home modification. That's what I'm doing. And that is going to be a roughly 5-month course. Um, there are 5 sections to it, and so I'm going to be doing that. So the graduates are going to have the skill set to assist individuals with maximizing their home environment. We're going to learn the latest on home modification research, products, funding strategies, and there is a specific Canadian funding module, so I'm going to be doing that, policies and community planning. So I'm really, really excited about doing that course. That is a few hours a week, and it will end in September, about the middle of September. It will end, and then I will be certified through the University of Southern California, their School of Gerontology. So I'm really excited about that. What are you guys doing by way of education or keeping your minds active? I mean, I've talked to a lot of people about this, and some people are doing courses. Some people have taken up this sourdough bread making craze, which requires a lot of attention. So there's that. Some people are learning languages through online courses like Babbel. Some people are just doing all kinds of crossword puzzles. A whole bunch of people are doing nothing. And I would encourage you to do something. I mean, we're stuck inside, aren't we? So it's a great opportunity to do something that you've always wanted to do so that you can say, well, during my COVID isolation, this is what I learned. It just seems to me that until there's a vaccine, this is our life. This is our normal now. So in addition to working, because I still work, so work, 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 work. But the time that I would have spent socializing or out at restaurants with friends, which I miss, not gonna lie, I'm taking that up by doing something that just keeps the brain active, keeps those synapses snapping. So I hope you will find something of value to do as well. Perhaps one of these online courses, perhaps some other resource with that is free that we could let everybody else know. And if you do, leave it in the comments below and we'll make sure that everybody sees it. And I hope that everybody is able to find contentment. And, if you're anxious about the lack of socialization. Last week we talked about introverts and extroverts, and I showed you a funny little cartoon where the extroverts were just clawing at the windows and doors trying to get out, and the introverts were just calmly doing their thing. As I said, I'm an introvert, so I'm, pretty calmly doing my thing, but I do realize I've got space in my day that needs to be taken up with something, and I enjoy learning, so that's what I'm doing. Anyway, I will leave that with you today. This is a shorter version. If anybody out there has anything they want to say or suggest, leave it in the comments. If you want to do that right quick before we hop off, then we'll all be able to see it. I'll get you on your comment on the show today, but otherwise, just leave your comments below and let us know what you're doing during this time of social isolation. I know that some people are getting out and about as restrictions loosen a little. I have a friend in Italy on the Amalfi Coast who messaged me on Sunday to wish me a happy Mother's Day, and I asked her how she was doing. She's about my age. I asked her how she was doing, and she said, "We have more freedom, but I'm afraid to use it." I think a lot of people may be feeling that similar kind of thing as restrictions loosen. Um, COVID is still with us, so it's going to be with us for a while, and we all have to find our comfort level. So I will love you and leave you today and wish you a wonderful week coming up. Take a look at some of those courses. Let me know if any of them appeal to you, or if you do any of them, you want to give us a little review. Let us know what works and what doesn't for you. Until then, I will see you next Wednesday at 12 noon for another edition of the Oldish Live. And until then, please do remember that it takes a village to age a senior.